just gonna try this again. Just gonna see if this is gonna work. I got a story. It seems to have a crazily similar. Just smack my lips. It seems to have a crazy similar parallel with what I experienced in what is that place called? Starts with a CH. The Dark Sky Park, my Dogman story. You know what I'm talking about. Clayton, Michigan. So I'm gonna get right into the story because hopefully that will be of interest, and if anybody has any ideas of what the heck this could have been, I have a couple ideas, so let me know. All right, so my dad is who experienced this story that I am about to tell. I'll have to ask him where it took place because, for whatever reason, if he told me, which I'm not sure he did, my memory does not latch on to that fact. So I apologize for that right off the bat. I will figure that out if anybody wants to know exactly what orchard this was that this took place in. So my dad and his brother were at an orchard. I think they could have been camping nearby this orchard, and that's why they were there. But the locals told them about a specific tree. Apparently, there was this old, large, gnarled tree in the middle of the orchard, and the story that the locals told them was essentially an old man at nighttime would come out of the tree and just walk around, and he would get you, essentially. Very, very, that story is likely to scare any child. And that was pretty much it. So, being that they were nearby this orchard, they decided to naturally test it out and see if they could see this old man, and if they would be able to say if this was true or not true. So of course they find the tree. It's pretty hard to miss. It's the old, probably if not the oldest one there. It's super gnarled. It's right in the middle. There's no other trees around it. So they pretty easily find it, and they hide pretty close. Sorry, I hear creaks in this house every once in a while, and I cannot sleep here for the life of me. I'm at work. I have a very #blessed job here at my job where I do get to sleep if I'm working overnight. And it's really hard to sleep here. And one time I had a dream, sorry, this is extreme derailment, but one time when I was laying, it's the staff sleep room. One time when I was laying in bed, I straight up, I think I was either half awake, sort of dream, it's a dream paralysis, but I was either halfway awake or just in a dream. I wasn't fully awake though, which was great because that would be even scarier. So hopefully it wasn't just 100% a dream. But this lady, probably in her 60s or something, walks over me in the air, walks over me while I'm in bed, just casually, and then she notices that I'm there and turns and starts reaching for me, and I'm getting chills just talking about that. And I felt like she was on her way to somewhere, like she was trying to maybe go towards the light, and I did not like that because it didn't feel like I was supposed to be there. She's like, what are you doing? Reaching towards me, and I keep getting more chills talking about that. From the left side of my body, which is where the staff sleep room is, towards the left. Anyway, just gonna move on because that's unsettling. So, the story, so back to the story of the orchard where my dad and his brother were there. They find a little place to hide nearby so that they're pretty much out of sight, but that they can still see that tree. And they're waiting, it's getting dark. They're waiting for like a long time, and all of a sudden they hear a scream, and it's really high pitched. And my dad compared it to a baby's scream, like a baby's sort of wail or cry, just like, and it scared the absolute crap out of them. I don't think that they actually crapped, but I don't know if he'd tell me that or not. But they run away immediately. They're just like, nope, done. They didn't see an old man. They were just like, don't care, done. That was enough for me. And they get out of there. So that, I wanted to tell that story not only because it's terrifying, but also it's a true story that seemingly has a parallel with what I experienced with my possible Dogman experience. If you remember, I went to Clayton, Michigan, had that experience. If you saw that video, I also heard a high-pitched, mine was a very mournful cry in multiple, it happened multiple times. So, very much high-pitched, both experiences were, both of which caused a certain level of terror. Certainly, I was an adult when mine happened, so I think I was less terrified, more perplexed in my experience of hearing that cry. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to talk about. I'm wondering if my dad he thinks it was possibly a rabbit crying. So what I'm wondering, if that wasn't a rabbit, perhaps, I mean, it could have been. I would think that is more likely than a Dogman, but I wonder if that was a Dogman, trying to scare these two kids who were sitting there, obviously probably pretty nervous already that they're going to see this old man kind of come out of a tree. I've heard enough things to understand that Dogmen do have the ability to sort of read emotions or anticipate how their own actions can affect humans. So I would not be surprised, but I just put that together the past, I've just been thinking about it like the past week because I had my dad tell me that story again. And I just want to share that. So let me know what you think of that. And yeah, also the random derailment of me remembering what happened over there in that sleep room, and I have to sleep there again tonight, so maybe I'll just videotape that for you guys. I don't know if that's like a good idea, but